Okay, I'm Francis Goodwin, talking to Mickey Z. Thanks for joining us.
Thank
Mickey,
you.
how you doing today?
I'm all right. I'm all right. Doing New York City summer.
We've had some rainy weather up here in Vermont. Your latest story is about Facebook and how wonderful you think it is. Can you talk about it a little bit?
um, it's sarcastic, of course, but it's founded on personal feelings, but also a general consensus that seems to be growing out there, particularly from those who were responsible in the early days of social media, that we have sort of volunteered to be part of a massive behavior modification program, and the mental health impacts are massive. And I can sense them creeping into my life, and I'm on the verge of taking a Facebook break soon as a result, just to see what it feels like.
Oh, I can understand. Um, it seems to have taken over so many people's lives. Um, well, Mickey, thanks for taking the time to chat about your story a little bit. I hope I can get you on for a few minutes after each of your stories.
I would love that.
Uh, so you're off to, you have a project helping homeless women in New York City. Can you tell me a little bit about that, what you're off to do?
I would love to. Thank you for bringing it up. The title is exactly what you said. It's very simple: helping homeless women dash NYC for New York City, and it's a one-man project in the sense that I do the physical labor, but it's a collective project in that people send donations through GoFundMe. They drop off material donations and so on, and I go out and I've befriended dozens of homeless women on the streets of New York and offer them just some basic supplies. On a day like today, it will be water, sunscreen, perhaps umbrellas or rain ponchos. And what I've learned in the nearly 2 years I'm doing this, one of the best supplies, so to speak, that I bring is just my attention, just acknowledging people who feel invisible, and earning these women's trust and making conversation, and just the humanity of it.
From reading some of the stories you've written about it, it seems that you try to be non-judgmental. You try not to say, "Oh, well, you should be in a shelter," or "Why don't you get a job or go to school?" Or you seem to just provide here a non-judgmental ear to these ladies that need some help.
Absolutely. Partly because I have written about and been involved in homeless-related issues, so while I understand why some people, because of what they're told about homeless people, might believe that it's all a product of their own doing to some degree, and they're making no effort to get off the street. Because I used to write for a newspaper called Street News, which was primarily produced by homeless people in New York City. I got to be a little bit more aware of what their lives are like, and I don't consider myself to be in any position to judge them, A, and B, particularly women, because the vast majority of them lose everything due to something like domestic violence, which I would challenge anyone who dares to say that's their fault or that's their own doing. You could be literally living the American dream, and a violent male partner could wake up one morning and change all of that, and there is no social safety net. So the next thing you know, they're sitting on a corner having random passersby accuse them of being crackheads. And so I felt like after years of holding signs and doing marches and pretty much accomplishing nothing, I said, I want to put this activist mindset into a more direct action and make a difference for once. And I can say that it's been very fulfilling in that sense.
Well, cool. For the sake of brevity, because I want to keep these videos short, I'm going to wrap this up. I'd like to touch back on this even every week if we could talk about what you're doing and what people might do to help. But real quick, where can people donate?
The easiest way would be to go to GoFundMe, and the name of it is Helping Homeless Women NYC, and you'll find links there also for Patreon and so on. But GoFundMe would be the easiest way.
Great, Mickey. Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much for your time.
Pleasure. Bye-bye.
Okay, it says it's stopping. I don't know if it has.